Reverend Tim Amy of the Lutheran Campus Center will now give the invocation.
Let us pray. Almighty God, creator of all things, source of all knowledge, mover of all things. On this day, we are gathered together to give thanks for the class of 2006, to celebrate our pride in them and our love for them, and to give thanks for all of their achievements. We give thanks for their families and friends who are gathered here together to support them, as they have throughout the years past. We give you thanks for the faculty and staff of this university who have taught them, encouraged them, and given them guidance through the last few years. We ask that all that they have learned will strengthen them in their future and open up many doors of opportunity for them. We ask that the experiences that they have had in this university may be a beginning for their continual growth in knowledge and experience throughout their lives. We ask that the words that are spoken this day be filled with wisdom and truth. And we ask that the degrees that are conferred today will encourage the graduates to boldly go forward in their lives. All of this we ask in the name of your gracious and divine name. Amen.
On behalf of President Fuller and all of the faculty and staff, welcome to the campus of Minot State University for the 2006 commencement ceremony. Today is a special day where we honor the graduates and their families and guests. Welcome to all of you. Here today with an official welcome on behalf of the North Dakota State Board of Higher Education is board member Bruce I. Christensen. He was appointed to the board in October 2001 by Governor John Hoeven. Bruce served as board president from July 2004 to June 2005. Bruce is currently the general manager and chief executive officer of Magic City Financial Group in Minot. Mr. Christensen has a long history of both civic and campus activism. In 1980, he was recognized by the JCs as the Outstanding Young Man in North Dakota. And a few years earlier, the JCs had honored Bruce and his wife, Linda, as the North Dakota Couple of the Year. In 1980, Bruce was elected to the City Council and served in that capacity for 20 years. He's been especially active in working with Minot Area Chamber of Commerce in their efforts to retain Minot Air Force Base. Bruce Christensen and his family have deep ties with Minot State University. His mother, Sarah, is a 1933 graduate. His brother and two sisters, as well as his brother-in-law and nephew, are graduates, as are his wife, Linda, and one of his two daughters. Bruce has remained active in the affairs of Minot State University. He's a longtime member and former executive chair of the Board of Regents and a member and past president of the Development Foundation Board. Please join me in welcoming a true friend of education, Bruce I. Christensen.
Well, thank you, Dr. Jenkins, for that very, very kind introduction. We may set something new here today in that the introducer will have spoken longer than the speaker. Anyway, on behalf of the State Board of Higher Education, welcome graduates, family and friends, faculty and staff, Senator Conrad, distinguished platform guests. It is a pleasure to be a part of Minot State University's 2006 commencement ceremony, and it is my privilege to be a member and serve on the board of the State Board of Higher Ed. Board members realize that, as a U.S. educator once said, America's future walks through the doors of our schools each day. And this is an exciting day in the lives of each and every graduate. Completing a college degree is a major accomplishment and a reason to celebrate. As you enjoy this moment, I hope you will pause to say thank you. Thank you to the people who have had the pleasure of watching you grow. Although their roles have differed greatly, your parents, your family, friends, and professors all have supported you on this journey. Graduates, the diplomas you receive today are not just pieces of paper. They are an acknowledgement of your ability to dream big and then make it happen. A diploma tells a potential employer that you have met the expectations of those who have guided you in your development, that you have acquired a skill set that will enable you to contribute to his or her organization, that you have examined the world in a broader perspective and found your place in it. Graduates, I sincerely hope the knowledge, skills, and experiences you have gained here at MSU will be your vital link to a brighter future. And as future leaders of our state and nation, I ask just one favor of you. Wherever your career paths may lead, I hope you will find a way to give something back to our great state, to share your talents and experiences so that the future will even be brighter for the next generation of North Dakotans. I know there are others who are eager to add their congratulations here today. Before I take my seat, I have to tell you how exciting it is to look out at this group of graduates. Men and women, confident, creative, and learned, with high integrity, outstanding character, and great intelligence. As a wise man once said, and I heard it this morning, I believe it was either Dr. Fuller or Senator Conrad that said, "I don't know what the future holds, but I do know who holds the future." Thank you, and congratulations on a job very well done.
Dr. David Fuller, President of Minot State University, will now introduce today's commencement speaker.
Good morning, and welcome to everyone. I am most pleased to introduce a very special guest and our keynote commencement speaker, United States Senator Kent Conrad. Senator Conrad has dedicated his life to serving the people of North Dakota. Elected to the U.S. Senate in 1986, he has spent the last 20 years advocating for a wide range of issues important to North Dakota and the nation. Whether fighting to protect farmers from unfair trade practices, ensuring greater access to affordable health care, or working to expand our state's energy sector, Senator Conrad is an unfaltering friend, focusing on sparking economic growth, creating new jobs, and expanding opportunity for all North Dakotans. The Senator and North Dakota's congressional delegation have been consistent supporters of Minot State University. Due to their efforts, projects forwarded by our campus Centers of Excellence, the North Dakota Center for Persons with Disability, and the Rural Crime and Justice Center have received federal funding. Most notably, Minot State University, the community of Minot, and the surrounding area are very grateful to Senator Conrad for the retention of two strong missions, the bomb and space wings at Minot Air Force Base. It is due to the Senator's leadership through 4 rounds of base realignment and closings in 1991, 1993, 1995, and 2005 that Minot Air Force Base remains strong and viable. These are but a few examples of Senator Conrad's ability to work well with our university and the Minot community on behalf of North Dakota. They are a testament to why Time magazine recently named him as one of America's 10 best senators. I might add that this accolade was given after Time magazine spoke to academicians, political scientists, and current and former senators. Senator Conrad's reputation is built around a strong character and his ability. He is a man of strength and conviction, with a passion for public service and a deep love for North Dakota and our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the senior senator from North Dakota, Senator Kent Conrad.
Thank you, President Fuller, for that very kind and gracious introduction. Thanks to all of you for a very warm welcome. And President Fuller, thank you for your leadership of this magnificent institution. Thank you, President Fuller. I am very honored to be here. This is an important day in the lives of the graduates and their families. I remember very well my own graduation from high school and from college. This is a proud day for the class of 2006. You've made it. Congratulations. Let's all join in recognizing the achievement of these outstanding graduates. And let's also recognize their mothers, because we're very close to Mother's Day, and without the mothers, none of these graduates would be here. Thanks to the moms. And thanks to the dads, too. Thanks to Dad. I was just with my daughter, Jessie, and she's 28 years old, has just been invited back to her high school to give the commencement speech there. And I was with her on Monday and Tuesday of this week, and I said, Jessie, what are you going to say? And she said, well, Dad, I'm going to tell them about things I wish I would have known. And I said, well, what's an example of that? She sort of chuckled and she said, don't date Greeks. She's just had kind of a bad experience with a young Greek fellow she was dating. But she said, seriously, Dad, I'm going to tell them, don't fear failure. Don't fail to try because you're afraid you might not make it. And you know, I thought that was pretty good advice. And I thought to my own experience and good advice I've been given. And I thought especially of my grandmother. My grandmother played a big role in raising me. My grandmother was 5 feet tall, but we called her Little Chief because she commanded respect. And she had profound respect for education. But she was also filled with good advice, little nostrums. And I found that these little phrases have stuck with me in life and very often have made life easier as I remembered her admonitions to me and her counseling. One of the things she always used to say that's always stuck with me is, pick up and you shall find. Pick up and you shall find. Now, you know, it's not going to change the world, but I tell you, so many times in my life when I've been frustrated and I've been searching for lost keys or something else, it's come back to me. Pick up and you shall find. Very good advice. She also liked to say, make the most of your God-given talent. And she was right about that too. And that's a little about what's happening here today, making the most of your God-given talent. Another nostrum she had was organize to simplify. Organize to simplify. Those 3 words are very powerful advice as you go through life. Organize to simplify. But I go back to perhaps the best advice she gave, which was make the most of your God-given talent. You have been richly blessed. Anyone who is here is graduating today, you have been blessed. You have been given a gift of talent and now of education. Make the most of it. And of course, she always said, in our household there are 3 priorities. Education is number 1. Number 2 is education. Number 3 is education, because that's the way you make the most of your God-given talent. She was right on all of those scores, and those little pieces of advice provided inspiration to me as I've gone through my life. As you look for inspiration, I don't think you need to look very far from here, because the 26th President of the United States, Theodore Roosevelt, had his ranch at Medora, North Dakota. And he said, that if he had not had this experience in North Dakota, he would never have become President of the United States. He said it gave him the spirit to be the President of the United States. And he was a spirited man. President Roosevelt's the only person in history to have won both the Nobel Peace Prize and our nation's highest military honor, the Congressional Medal of Honor. As we debate the future of our nation, we should look to President Roosevelt's words for guidance. He didn't think much of people who stood back and just criticized without getting involved. He believed in action. He said the credit should go to the people who are in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood. He urged us not to shrink from a challenge. Instead, he said, "Dare greatly. Dare greatly." That's good advice in your lives as well. So many times we wonder, should we try? His advice to us would be, always try. One example I think we can look to in our current experience is one of the great challenges facing America, which is on the energy front. As all of you know, we are now 60% dependent on foreign energy, and we're headed for 80% if we don't do something. But we should also see this as an opportunity. You know, Brazil 30 years ago was 80% dependent on foreign energy, and they tell us next year they will declare their energy independence, that they will require no foreign oil after next year. What a remarkable accomplishment. How did they do it? They did it by aggressively promoting biodiesel and ethanol and flexible fuel vehicles. We could do that. We should do that. And what a profound difference it could make for our country. Instead of being increasingly dependent on the most unstable parts of the world, to be able to look to the Midwest instead of the Middle East for our energy supplies, to be able to look to our farm fields instead of foreign oil fields. Can you imagine the difference it would make to America? Instead of spending $270 billion a year importing oil, if we were spending that money here in America, developing our own energy resources, we can do that. You know, just recently, I introduced legislation I call the BOLD Act, Breaking Our Long-Term Dependence. And it follows the model of Brazil, because obviously that's been very successful, but we're a much more complex economy. So we've got to do much more than they did. And so the legislation I've introduced also encourages people to buy more fuel-efficient vehicles and gives incentives to the automobile industry to build more fuel-efficient vehicles. And we also have major incentives for clean coal and turning coal into liquid fuels, and hydrogen technology. Hydrogen, the fuel of the future. What an amazing thing that you can take wind energy in North Dakota and turn it into fuel for our automobiles, and instead of having some exhaust, have just some water vapor as the result. What a difference that could make. And to encourage domestic production, incentives to use CO2 to repressure oil fields so we get more production out of existing oil fields. We can do all of that. After I introduced this legislation, the President asked me to the White House last week in a meeting with 8 other senators and about a dozen congressmen, the chairman of the energy committees in both the House and the Senate. And in this meeting, the President asked me to describe my bill. And after I was done describing it, he said to me, "Well, will your bill accommodate switchgrass?" You know, they produce a lot of switchgrass down in his ranch down in Texas. And he wanted to know, and he was kind of joking, but he was also serious. He wanted to know if you could turn switchgrass into ethanol. I said, "Mr. President, yes, we can. There's a new process called cellulosic, and you can take switchgrass. Turns out switchgrass is a very good source for making ethanol." He was excited about that. I said, "Look, Mr. President, no problem." I said, "We've got to be bold." That's why I've called this the BOLD Act. and he said to me, you know, let me see a copy of that bill. So hopefully we will move forward with that kind of yes we can attitude, because that's also important in life. One of the things my grandmother also used to say to me is, when you're dealing with children, try to find ways to say yes. You know, it's very easy when kids ask something to say no. It's easy to sort of get in a rut. I found that my own parenting. It's easy to sort of get in a rut of saying no. She said, try to find ways to say yes. She had a yes we can attitude, and we need that yes we can attitude. I see that here in this hall. I see that with Kelly Bittner Schmidt. Is Kelly here? If she'd stand. Kelly Bittner Schmidt, the assistant professor of nursing, who's just won national recognition and receiving the Lillian Wald Service Award from the American Public Health Nursing Association for her tireless advocacy for public health. That's national recognition for someone right here, and we can be proud of her. Kelly Bittner Schmidt, congratulations to her. Let me just conclude by talking about President John Kennedy. When he was running for president, he once asked, are we doing as much as we can do? He said, this is a great country, but I think it could be a greater country. He was right. We live in a great country, but we could make it even better. Each of us has a chance to do so. I want to end by asking you to consider how to give back to your hometown and to our state and to our country, because all of us have that obligation as well. It's not just about me. It's also about community. And we have our first obligation to ourselves and to our families, but I believe we also have an obligation that extends beyond ourselves, especially when we have been given so much. You can help make this a better place. Some of you may do that by serving in the military or public service, or as a leader in business, as Bruce Christensen has done, helping to create good jobs, or as a farmer to help feed the world, or as a healthcare professional helping to heal the sick. There are so many ways to contribute. It may be as simple as attending a PTA meeting, or being kind to others, or giving a helping hand to somebody who's struggling. All of those are ways to contribute, and you can make a difference. So what tools do you have to meet these challenges? President Roosevelt identified 4: courage, honor, justice, and truth. Those are the virtues he said that made America. Those virtues are alive and well in North Dakota. You learned them from your parents, your teachers, your clergy. Now you must put those values to work. I know you already have. Finally, I want to thank you again for this honor of being your speaker at commencement. It's a wonderful moment for you and your families. I am proud of your achievements, and I'm very honored to share this day with you. Believe in yourselves. Dare greatly. Make a difference. You can do it. I'm confident that you will. Congratulations to the class of 2006. God bless you all.
Senator Conrad, thank you for the inspiring remarks, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and honor our graduates. It's really a pleasure to have you here. In deep appreciation for everything you do for Minot State University, on behalf of our faculty and our staff and our students, I would like to offer you and present to you a certificate of appreciation just to show you how much we appreciate everything you do for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Conrad. Dr. Gary Rabe, Vice President for Academic Affairs, will now present the graduates. He is assisted by the deans of the colleges, the dean of the Minot State University Bottineau campus, and the dean of the graduate school in the awarding of the degrees.
President Fuller, these candidates have fulfilled the requirements for their respective degrees as set forth by the university faculty, and I present them to you.
Now, by the authority vested in me by the state of North Dakota through the Board of Higher Education, I confer upon each of you the particular associate, baccalaureate, or graduate degree from Minot State University that is appropriate with all rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. Baccalaureate degree candidates, you may now turn your mortarboard tassel signifying the confirmation of your respective degree. Associate and baccalaureate students, please be seated. Honors program students, your achievement in this special university program are recognized at this time upon the conferring of your degrees. Graduate students, we acknowledge your advanced status through the symbolic representational hooding of one of your colleagues. Will both the graduate school and honors program students please come forward to receive their diplomas?
Christy Alwick. Denise W. Anderson. Leanne Spalding Jungren. Sarah M. Reith. Amy J. Shelkey. Jennifer M. Tourville. Leona Zemliska. Michelle L. Abercrombie Peterson. Leah Joy Armstrong. Carrie L. Orion. Kimberly Assier. Melanie Bergman. Janessa Marilee Bombach. Michelle Leah Boyeff. William Boyeff. Kenneth C. Cabarly. Carissa Ann Carr. Tara Christensen. Mary Beth Clouston. Chad J. Davis. Thomas E. DeVilbus. Nicole A. Dias. Celeste Dion Elash. Rick Ellingson. Megan Bradley Estenson. Shannon Vry Veltikol. Lori K. Houff, Marianne Thorison Hefta. Don't take off. Christy Leanne Hennings, Kelly Hillerud, Megan Nicole Ivany, Melissa J. G. Jansen, Kristen Jo Jenner, Kara Ray Johnston, Mary Kittleson, Phil K. Keptke, Michelle Colleen Lux, Candace Marie Moutz, Lindsay Ann Mickelson, Brittany Miller, Krista D. Much, Deanna M. Narum, Matthew B. Oderman, Robbie Allen Upperud, James Otto, Mark C. Perea, Sean Curtis Pratchler, Londa Lene Remich, Jessica Nicole Shell, Amber Lee Scott, Patrick Joseph Spacer, Deanna Stephan, Tanya Thomas, Aaron R. Thompson, Kristen Lynn Tinsman, Kelly R. Tweeton, Catherine Lake Walker, Cynthia Wilhelm, Shannon Williams, Kimberly J. Witt, Eric Troy Woodbeck, Felicia Cruz Lara, Francis D. Henry, Carla K. Krushwitz, Priscilla Ann Munson, Carrie L. Parisi, Crystal Ruby, Ryan T. Voigt, summa cum laude.
You may be seated. Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences please stand and come forward to receive your degrees?
Andrea Lynn Amat, Lance Allerdings. William Amtman. April R. Anderson. Mark Randall Anderson. Laura Jean Bellinger, magna cum laude. Deborah Ann Berger, cum laude. Tina Andrea Berndt, cum laude. Christopher M. Bieber. Brittany Jordana Blackmore. Jennifer Marie Batari. Harry Allen Braddock. Tara Lynn Buck, magna cum laude. Steve M. Butner. Rachel A. Chase, cum laude. Aaron Clark. Amy Michelle Cook. Wendy Elizabeth Couch, summa cum laude. Jamar Culver. Brady Davis Jr. Clifford Lee Davis. Michael Davis. DeVilbus. James M. DeVilbus, summa cum laude. Christy Marie Drost, cum laude. Sarah Dyer. Ellefson? Melissa M. Ellefson. Judd E. Ensel. Ryan Wayne Aris. Suzanne Ertz, cum laude. Luis E. Estrada. Jill Smith Foss. Amber Nicole Francis. Shauna Janelle Froseth. Brenda Amor Gaheton. Natalie Jane Gangle. Sean D. Garner. Shauna L. Geis. Megan Jennifer Goodrich. Ashley Rose Hansen. Eric Hazer. Zachary J. Hassler. Jocelyn K. Heiser. Jarek William Henson, cum laude. William M. Hiley. Jason Edward Hone, magna cum laude. Aaron Hotchkiss. Brandy M. Howard. Heather M. Huber. Patricia Hudkins. Byron D. Huizinga, magna cum laude. Andrea Isaacson, summa cum laude. Jenny D. Jackson. Tanya Ray Janot. Young or Jung? Charlene M. Jungers. Jeremy Darrell Keith, summa cum laude. Jason Kindrick. Peter Hans Kleinstuber. Lisa Renee Klingman. Christina Lee Kraft. Jennifer L. Lemon. Leslie Locken. Linney? Drew Benjamin Linney, cum laude. Tanya McGill. Thank you. Jeremy Daniel Meinert. Abraham Mock. Molson? Shannon Lee Molzon. Derek Richard Morin. Stephanie Marie Mueller. Eric Nels Mugas, magna cum laude. Bridget O'Grady. Aaron Ray Rotmar. Leanne Marie Pikovich. Matthew Peterson. Jessica Ann Fowl. Leggi? Terry A. Pileggi, cum laude. Timothy John Plessu, cum laude. Nikki Regstad, magna cum laude. Jennifer Ritter, magna cum laude. Heidi Virginia Ann Russell. Brian Ruthven. Okay. Tennille Diane Sauer. Kenneth Peter Schneider. Richard L. Schoenberg. Carrie William Shriak. Stephen Schultz. Seen you before. Michaela M. Schwan. Daniel Rick Charbonneau. Mark Orville Simonson. Lisa Marie Solbakken. Aaron Solomonson. Jennifer Joy Sievertson. Joshua Warren Taves. Trangsrud. Carrie Ray Trangsrud. Miloš Mesu Velimirovic. Nicole Ray Perkins Wagner. Virginia Rose Watson, summa cum laude. Nicole Lynn Webb. Sean P. Wegner. Samantha Rose Weigel, magna cum laude. Lonnie Ray White. Laura Brooke White. Kevin Whitesides. Marcus Whitesides II, cum laude. Sue A. Wright. Christine Zadarozniak, magna cum laude.
You may be seated. Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in the College of Business please stand and come forward to receive your degrees?
Kyle R. Aschenbrenner. Regan W. Beck. Aaron Douglas Bergen. Shanda J. Blotsky. Kayla Lynn Bodvig, cum laude. Lori Ann Moya Cass. Heidi Marie Christman. Joshua D. Cossett. Ashley Delabar. Scott Gregory Delorum. Amanda Lee Dukeshire. Kayla Renee Dunham, summa cum laude. Nicole K. Dernan, cum laude. Kristen R. Erickson. Jessica Jo Forsberg. Ashley R. Fox. Donald Franklin. Carrie Frolich. Dwayne Gauthier. Tammy Lynn Green. Brandy Haberstraw. Kelly Jean Helbling. Jessica Lynn Henderson. Brandon D. Hendrickson, cum laude. Misty Lynn Hester. Heather Ray Shelmstead. Bettina Ray Holter. Jacob Holter. Darren W. Hoover. Darmaine Tanika Jones. Jesse A. Jordan. Alicia Jane Kin, summa cum laude. Katie Marie Chelsis. Kira Dunleen Kramer, magna cum laude. Rebecca Larson. Angela Marie Larson. Britt L. Lawson, magna cum laude. Whitney Liebelt, magna cum laude. Heather McCuva. David Allen McKee. Valerie E. Michael. Mary K. Miller. Devin J. Nordhagen, magna cum laude. Jessica Olson. Lori Opdahl. Teresa Marie O'Shea, summa cum laude. Erica Michelle Peters. Sheila Peterson. Chelsea Ann Peterson. Sean Lee Poitras. Aaron Rosenthal. Adam C. Schatz, magna cum laude. Brooke M. Selk. Ryan M. Selk, cum laude. Garth Allen Seneschal. Courtney Donald Shattuck. Mary J. Seward, magna cum laude. Taylor L. Simonson. Jamie Marie Slaybaugh. Thomas P. Smith. Luke David Steen, cum laude. Jennifer Ann Sundahl. Natasha Marie Weikel. Chad Wheeling. Tammy Jo Wolf, magna cum laude. Amy Elizabeth Woodbeck. Carrie Lynn Young.
You may be seated. Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in the College of Education and Health Sciences please stand and come forward to receive your degrees?
Christina Marie Allensberg, magna cum laude. Sarah Joy Albertson. Jennifer Nicole Allen. Patricia Alivato Hall. Dale Lynn Amarud, cum laude. Amy Ray Anderson. Michelle Bachman. Natasha Bachmeyer. Kristen Bauer, cum laude. Deanne M. Beaver. Boost. Thomas D. Boostrom, magna cum laude. Laura B. Boucher. Bride. Carolyn Bridle. Kimberly Ann Brown, cum laude. Tara Dawn Bryans. Kelly Bully, magna cum laude. Deborah R. Bully, magna cum laude. Lisa Leanne Carlson. Lindsay L. Coca. Tanya Renee Cunningham. Rodney A. Davis. Derhyam? Tracy Ann Derhyam. Danielle Leanne Drews. Yeah. Lean or line? Jacqueline or Jacqueline? Jacqueline Klein Dunn, cum laude. Courtney Elise Elderkin. Kelly M. Elwine. Holly Marie Engler. Joseph Engler, cum laude. Calissa Marie Engler. Peter Entwistle. Trisha Ann Erickson, magna cum laude. Stephen A. Fado. Christina A. Fernandez. Melissa A. Fettig, cum laude. Sarah Fulvin. Ka-Wing Frank Anthony Winyell. Bryn E. Baker Franklin. Rebecca J. Fransvog. Dawn Marie Frederick, magna cum laude. Krista Helene Friesen, magna cum laude. Angela Dawn Froseth. Gladue? Tammy L. Gladue. Heather L. Greenwood, magna cum laude. Elise Marie Gregoire, summa cum laude. Ashley Dawn Haberlack. Jackie Hansel. Amy Louise Hansel. Donna Mae Harvey. Rachel Haskins. Ulana Ardell Hayes. Lila R. Hegley. Sarah Heller. Gina Lee Herrera, magna cum laude. Jody Lynn Higgins, cum laude. Amanda Lynn Holzer. Linda L. Holcomb. Ashley Ann Honeyman, magna cum laude. Rebecca Hoynes. Kylie Rayanne Hoost. Barbara Jackson. Kristen Jackson. Amber Marie Jager. Tara Lynn Johnson. Trisha Noreen Johnson, cum laude. Kanya? Pamela M. Kanyu. Cody Marie Kennedy, cum laude. Jesse Lee Keplin, magna cum laude. Kent Kirkhammer. Christy Marie Knoll. Culpa? Janice L. Culpa. Laframboise? Sandy Laframboise. Randall R. Lacoduc. Okay. Arik J. Lee. Karen L. LaFave. Laura Elizabeth Loken. Chantel Lynn Lupke. Rachel Marie Lucky. Nicole Lynn Luther. Dawn Marie Mattern, cum laude. Mike McCormick, magna cum laude. Danny McGinnis. Kelly Maria McGough. Sarah Kathleen McKay Harvey, cum laude. Yeah. Wade Daniel Messner. Molly Middendorf. Mary Elizabeth Morin, cum laude. Sherry K. Morrison. Melissa A. Moser. Julianne Mosher, magna cum laude. Chelsea Therese Myers. Brent Timothy Nelson. Kathleen M. Nelson. Kayla Nett. Elizabeth Ann Okry. Jonah Ray Parisian. Dawn M. Port. Casey Marie Price, cum laude. Angela Sarah Reeder. Betty Riefler. Heather Marie Roberts. Jennifer Lynn Roberts. Haley Roth. Allison Ray Schwartz. Renee Ratchie, cum laude.
Sechi.
Gary Sechi. Daniel Paul Sakura, magna cum laude. Kendra Rose Sittler. Jacob Solper. Marianne St. Aubin. Lindsay Grace Staten. Paula N. Stevens.
Stocky.
Jane Kristen Stokey. Nicholas Charles Tadero. Kristen Sven Christensen. Chantel Kaylee Tester, cum laude.
Carrier Colin.
Carrie Thompson, magna cum laude. Alicia D. Tim.
Tree Tray.
Chelsea R. Trebis.
Uland.
Connie S. Euland, cum laude. Tara Jean Vanderpoort. Emily Jean Varberg, cum laude. Rochelle Visi, summa cum laude. Betsy Grace Vig, cum laude.
Vigstall.
Teresa L. Vigstall, cum laude. Emily Amber Volk, summa cum laude. Lindsay Catherine Wangler. Shanda L. Watts, magna cum laude. Amy Marie Wesley. David Scott Wiley. Joanne Lynn Winteroff. Megan Marie Wolf.
Yoder.
Rochelle Ann Yoder. April Joanne Zahn, cum laude. Rowena Teresa Manuel Zamora.
Candidates for the associate degrees in Minot State University Botano programs, please stand and come forward to receive your degrees.
Kendra Joe Beater. Lola Marie Blazer. No, all the way down. Carla Delane Davis. Honors. Brittany Lynn Huber. Honors. Ashley Rose Pearson. Corrine K. Sand. Erica Lee Sundahl. Elizabeth Marie Wright. Timothy David Zedrow.
Let's congratulate all of our graduates. Mrs. Verla Rosted, president of the Minot State University Alumni Association and a 1976 graduate, will now share a few words of welcome with this graduating class of 2006.
Well, it gives me great pleasure to be among the first, not quite as noisy as some, but among the first to congratulate all of you who have graduated today. I remember walking across the stage of Swain Hall many years ago, and I still remember that feeling, and it is a good one, and you're entitled to a big smile. One of the things I'm here to do today is to welcome you to the Alumni Association on behalf of all alumni of Minot State University, and in particular the Board of Directors. You have paid your dues. The Alumni Association does not collect money for membership. All you have to do is be part of us. So we welcome you. We invite you to stay in contact with our office. If you have a change of address, let us know. There are benefits to being part of the Alumni Association. We have many, many members, and some of them are in positions of hiring, and so they may see a common thread, and it may mean a job. So we welcome you, and we invite you to stay in contact with us. One of the things that we have started doing the last couple years is we have a drawing at graduation. It's sort of a must-be present to win drawing. And the prize is a lifetime MSU activities pass. And so we had a plan, and there was supposed to be a box here for the cards to be dropped in, but the box isn't here, so we will literally draw your name out of a hat. Thank you. And the winner is Kathleen M. Nelson. Would you please come forward? While Kathleen is making her way forward, I would just like to comment as Senator Conrad was speaking today. He offered challenges to the graduates, and also challenges to some of us who are grandparents. I became a grandparent this year, and now I'm sort of challenged to be a good grandma. And so I have to start thinking of some of those little snippets of wisdom and advice to pass on to my grandchildren, and I would challenge all of you who graduated in and about 1976 to do the same. Congratulations, Kathleen.
Thank you. I'm a grandma too.
All right, go grandmas! Okay. Congratulations, everybody.
And now, Dr. David Fuller, president of Minot State University, would like to share a few closing remarks with you.
Thank you, Dick. I want to say once again, congratulations to our graduates. From the bottom of my heart, I'm very, very proud of all of you and for the good work you've done, and I wish you the greatest success. I also want to thank a very important group of people that if we were not have this group, we would not be having commencement. We would not be participating in learning and scholarship and study and doing what we've done today. These people have devoted countless hours to our graduates, helping them, advising them, exercising a great deal of patience, devoted to rigorous study and work. They've gone way out of their way to make sure that our graduates are prepared and will be successful. I want to please recognize all of our fine faculty. If you would stand to be recognized. Thank you. Thank you. There's also another exceptionally important group of people who deserve special praise, and Senator Conrad has already extended some praise to these people, but I want to make sure that we do to recognize the parents, the grandparents, the spouses, the children, all of those people in the family who devote resources, offered so many kind words of support to their children, kept close with all of them over these many years of achieving this degree. Could all the parents and the family members and spouses, all those people who have helped your graduate walk across the stage together, could you please all stand to be recognized? There are many other people we need to thank, and I want to make sure that we extend a great thank you to our staff members who have provided support and counsel and advice and helped with registration, helped keep our classrooms in order and organized and presented so well. All of our staff members make this campus as beautiful and as welcoming it is as a campus for education. So they certainly deserve a special appreciation, as do our MSU band, who played so well, and actually had some special encore performances for certain individuals walking by. I thought it was good. Our records office, Ann and Jennifer and their staff, and Deb, all of you have done really a fine job organizing this and planning this great event. Our custodial staff, our maintenance crews for putting all of this together, you certainly deserve a note of appreciation. So to all of you, thank you very much for your support. So finally, in honor of our graduates and anticipation of their success and their successful lives, I'm pleased to introduce Red Thunder, who will perform the Native American flag song. Would everyone please stand?
Thank you to the Red Thunder Drum Group, and a special thanks to Mary Dawn Sorm, our signer today. Everyone is invited to join us for refreshments sponsored by the Minot State University Alumni Association at the conclusion of the commencement proceedings. As we close our ceremonies, the faculty will lead the class of 2006 as they march out of the dome. Refreshments will be served on the west side of the third floor of this building immediately after the recessional music. Thank you.